Trigeminal nerve. This one I missed before when working with the nervous system. And I want to go more into the energetics of the effect of the trigeminal nerve. If there is after being bacteria lodged or coming in from the roots of the teeth and coming back through the system and into the hypothalamus, for example, or the pituitary gland, and the effects of if there's any toxins in the system. So in this one, I'm going to work with more the energetics of it and to see where it affects the brainstem, for example, where it's affecting the sinuses, the eyes, the hearing, the sensory system, and then to really go back also into restoration. We have a natural blueprint in us, which has been sort of deprogrammed out of our system not to work as well. And what I want to do in this webinar is really to go back to the natural blueprint of, for example, the trigeminal nerve, and to bring in restoration and also work in a very ancient practice, which I'm working with. And that is something where it's connected to the tribes in Kenya with the forest of how they use the root system to extract toxins from the body. So they connect to the intelligence of the root system of the forest and use it as a way of extracting out toxins from the body and then also bringing restoration of minerals into the system. We are the divine intelligence, and our whole system is from that makeup, from that blueprint. So when we use the restoration of connecting back to the ancient wisdom of the blueprint of any organ, any part of the body, we remember it. So I'm going to hold space in this webinar to really to use to work with the intelligence of the roots to draw out any toxicity within the system, to bring restoration and to absorb the minerals back into the system with the information of the blueprint, with the information of the divine blueprint of the whole system and the nervous system. And I'll do that also later, I feel, with the entire nervous system of the body. So it's going to be a deep one, and it's going to be working in a way of reconnecting to your natural ability to heal oneself, how to detox oneself, how to resolve, or if there's any nerve damage within the system, how to restore that and to clear out any bacteria, any toxins from the system. I'm working very much with releasing any toxins from the brain and the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. So this is something that I've been working with, and I worked 2 weeks ago with the elders actually that I work with in Kakamega in the forest to work with the roots of the forest to draw out any toxins from my system and then to recalibrate the system back to the divine intelligence. It's something that they practice yearly. So I'm using this knowledge in this webinar. And it's the first time really to work with this specific way of restoration and pulling out toxins from the system. So for me, it was a very, very strong one when I worked with it myself, and I could feel the results in my own system. So I want to share these results and these gifts with you later in the webinar. And then you can do it yourself at home through holding space for you to restore and to pull out any toxins from the system itself and to bring in full restoration back to the blueprint level and hold the intention to go back to the blueprint level. We can do this in our daily lives to remember that we can go back to the blueprint of perfect health, the blueprint of restoration of perfect health, the blueprint of perfect health with the eyes, for example, the eyesight, the hearing, the brain. So this one, I'm going to work with the trigeminal nerve and then work with the whole nervous system, working with the roots of the forest to pull out the toxins and then to bring restoration in the system with the divine blueprint and with the divine intelligence, which is inside us, which is restoring everything in the world around us and within our own systems. So it's a very natural remembrance, and it's bringing awareness to that remembrance and appreciating that remembrance and allowing it to do what it knows already what to do. So it's something that's not foreign for your system. It's something your system has always known. It's built into your system, and then it's just taking away all the human programming from the system. So I'm excited to hold space for anyone who wants to be part of this webinar. It's a big one, and it really lines up with The one I did 2 weeks ago, I think, was on the nervous system. So this is going to recalibrate the entire nervous system and bring restoration in a different way than I ever worked before. I'm really excited to open this field for everyone to drop into. I invite you to be part of it. Thank you. And thank you for all the support over the years. And yeah, it's beautiful that we're on this journey together and remembering, because heaven and earth is actually, the kingdom of heaven is within us. And then when we detox from the system and activate that remembrance, you have a different relationship with the inner world, but also the outer world. And you remember that all is good. All is good. Heaven and earth is within you, and the kingdom of God is within you. And this is what it's bringing it back to. You're bringing yourself back to that state of being, remembering, and being it, being it. And that is the joy of life. Thank you.